What's up, guys? Today we're doing a tier list on the best weapons in Siege for the new season. I'm going to include some of the changes that are going to happen to some of the operators for Operation Heavy Mettle. We're going to be going through ranking all the operators just based on the weapons. So I'm ranking attackers versus the other attacker weapons and defenders versus only defender weapons. So let's get to it. We're gonna go top left and work our way down. But we are gonna start with Ram based on just her guns. Ram, I'm putting it S tier. R4C with a 1.5 and the 2X. Her weaponry is nothing to be laughed at. That is some crazy firepower. All right, now we have Ace S tier. That AK, oh my god. Let's go. Put that AK up top. You have the Alibi. No 1.5 anymore, but that Storm is an amazing gun. Oh yeah. Amaru. Putting that Amaru at the S tier. That G8 with a 1.5 scope. Woo-wee doggy. Oh yeah. A Rooney with a 1.5 on the DMR, the only defended DMR. Oh my god. Put that at the S tier. Got Ash. I think Ash is going to get that 1.5 scope as well, I believe. But for now, we're going to place Ash at the A tier. If Ash does not get the 1.5, we'll crank her up. But the G36 with 1.5 scope ain't that great. But R4C with 1.5, I might raise up a little bit. But for now, Ash is going to be the A tier. Got Azami Mommy at the B tier. That gun is solid. Nothing to scoff at, but there are better options. You have the MP7. We're going to place the MP7 at the A tier. I think that is an A tier gun, personally. We have Blackbeard, D tier. That gun is a joke. It is so bad in terms of all numbers, recoil, fire rate, and damage. Blitz, you have a pistol. So, Bravo, we're going to place at the B tier. That gun is pretty good. Slow fire rate, decent damage, a little bit of a kick, not super bad, but definitely the B tier. You have Buck. Buck is gonna go A tier. That gun is fire rate and damage really good. Recoil is a little bit tricky, but why it's an A tier, not an S tier. Same gun as Bravo, same reasoning. Castle, the UMP with the 1.5 scope. Personally. It's between B and C tier for me, but I'm gonna place B tier because I like that UMP with the 1.5 scope. It's pretty good, long range compared to all the other defending guns. Caveira's gotta be a D tier in terms of weaponry, bro. Like, weaponry is just not great, but that's not why you play Cav. You don't play Cav because I like Cav's guns. You play Cav because I like running around, being silent. Flash, just horrible weaponry. I mean, you're a shield, so. Doc, MP5, in the past, I'd place the MP5 probably A tier, but the MP5 has felt a little lackluster to me lately. Like, it has a little bit more kick than you would think. So I'm gonna place Doc, Wamai, and the Rook all at the B tier with the 1.5 MP5s. You've got Mute with the shotgun SMG-11 combo. I'm gonna place that at the A tier because I feel like that combination of weaponry is top notch, especially the smoke there as well. Apology, I know, right? You have Solus. So there's been a lot of talk of Solus getting a 1.5 scope on that P90, 1.5 scope on the P90. She gets a 1.5 scope on that P90 as Solus. Oh, that's an S tier. But for now, we're gonna leave Solus with P90 at the we're gonna leave Solus at the B tier. But if he does get the 1.5 scope, I'm thinking more of the A tier. Yeah, you can make the argument Rook and Dog also have the P90 with 1.5, but Solus is a little bit faster, so can you make a little bit more use out of that gun? Dokkaebi, DMR on attack. It was probably the weakest DMR on attack. But that's not the reason why most people go Doke. You go Doke because of that utility. You got the old Echo. Echo has some good combinations of guns. I like his MP5. And you got a bearing 9, or you can run a supernova bearing, and honestly can't really go wrong with that. You got Ella. Ella's gonna be in that. I'm gonna put Ella at the C tier range. Remember, this is my tier list, so you can cry all you want, but this is my tier list. And we're putting her at the C tier. Binka, another C tier gun. Like, that spear is just not as great as it used to be, as well as the LMG. We got Flores, B tier gun. That gun can be pretty good, but sometimes it lets you down. Frost, that is honestly, I'm hovering between S tier as well as the A tier. I'm not really quite sure where I'm going with this. My gut says A tier for Frost, because it's just the fire rate is a little slow, but yeah, we're gonna stick with that. We got Fuse, I mean, same gun as Ace. Can't really go wrong with that. You cannot. Glass with just the DMR with no thermal, I'm placing D tier. With thermal, obviously higher. Goyo 1.5 Vector, gonna be at least an A tier in my eyes, at least. Could be higher, low key. Honestly, I feel like Goyo with a 1.5 scope is gonna be at the S tier in terms of defender weaponry. Speaking of defender weaponry, you're putting Warden at the tippy top, because I feel like Warden has the best combination of weaponry in the game on defense. But if he does lose a 1.5 scope, I will be placing him a little bit lower, more at the B tier. But for now, because he currently has that 1.5 scope, he's going to be S tier. Valkyrie, MPX, I mean, we just told you why it'd be there. So, Gridlock has always been kind of a mid operator, but I feel like most people do agree that Gridlock does have decent weapons. Gridlock's guns are good. Just everything else about Gridlock is just kind of meh. Now you got little old Graham. Now Graham has that commando, which is pretty damn good. All right. So I'm thinking that commando definitely needs to be around that A tier range. Oh yeah. Along with that IQ. Oh yeah. Hibana. This gun has a little bit of recoil that I personally don't really find attractive. I'm placing Hibana on the B tier because fire rate is really fast. Damage is okay. Recoil is a little bit iffy, and along with the fire rate is a little bit lower. Sorry, the ammo capacity is a little bit lower. Okay. Ayana placing at the A tier. Ayana has a good gun. I love my Ayana. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. But, you know, the gun is nothing like, oh my god. Ayana's really strong because of the speed and grenades. But still a good gun. Still a good gun. If Ayana loses her 1.5, which is a little bit talked about as long as the grenades, but if Ayana loses her 1.5 on her G36C, she might be lower. But I don't think she's going to lose her grenade. I don't think she's losing her 1.5 scope. I think she's just going to lose her grenades potentially. So, Jackal, honestly, I'm placing little old Jackal at the I'm gonna place Jackal at S tier. I'm like hovering at the A tier, but Jackal I feel like has better options compared to everybody at A tier on the attacker side. So Jaeger, we've been talking. So Jaeger, I'd place at B tier because his gun can be a little bit jumpy, but there has been talk of Jaeger getting that 1.5 scope. Oh yeah, I would place Jaeger at the S tier when he gets that 1.5 scope, personally. But for now, without the 1.5 scope, B tier, in my eyes, at least. We got Cade. Cade, I'm placing in C tier. I love my Cade, but no 1.5 scope on that AUG. And that 1.5 scope on that shotgun, it's like just a crappy DMR. You can get away with it, but I prefer to use any other gun on defense. But Cade has amazing utility, so I'll still play Cade, but his guns definitely do not shine. You got the Cali. I'm playing Cali at the D tier. I mean, you know, it's a sniper rifle in a CQC game. You got the Capkin, along with the Azami. Same reasons, same idea. You got Legion. Legion, I feel like has an A tier gun even without that 1.5. So we're gonna throw Oryx with that Legion. Same reason, that T5 is just oh so sweet. Oh so sweet. You got the line to me is an A tier operator. I like that gun. It's not bad. It's great, but it has a little bit of bounce to it in a way that I don't personally like, but just not enough to place at the S tier, but definite A tier. Remember, for those of you that are just stopping in now, this is a weapon tier list based primarily at the for the weapon of the operator, not taking the utility into consideration at all. All right, Maestro, honestly, Maestro is an S tier. What? Maestro S tier? What? The only defending LMG, it's always pretty good when you're in the right situations for it, but Maestro being a 3 armor, being a slug, not great. Not great. But Maestro's gun itself, imagine putting Maestro's LMG on literally any other operator on defense. Imagine putting the Maestro LMG on the Alibi. That doesn't sound balanced at all, does it? Maverick's gun, I'm gonna place it C tier. I don't like his gun. It bounces really weird, and I personally am not a fan of it. Maverick gets grenades potentially, along with the IQ. I mean, then we're gonna see a little bit of bump ups in terms of the overall operator. But for just the gun, I'm placing it C tier personally. I'm just not a huge fan of it. MP5 with only a 1X, I'm placing the C tier because all these other MP5s will place at B tier. I gotta place that other MP5 a little bit lower. Mira, Vector, not that Vector. I mean, I personally love that Vector. That Vector is great, rips people off. So even with a 1X, I mean, I placed the 1.5 Vector at the S tier. How is Valkyrie B tier when she also has MPX? Well, I placed the other MPX a lot higher with a 1.5 scope. But if Warden loses his 1.5 scope, he's going to be down with Valkyrie. But for now, he's at the S tier. Montaigne, shield, pistol. Mozzie! Mozzie, I'm probably going to place at the old S tier in terms of just taking that straight up one-on-one fight. He's really strong. Like, he's really strong. That Ronin with 1.5, it can take an enemy down really, really quickly. But you could make an argument that he could be an A tier operator. But a lot of people just pick Mozzie just for his gun. And there are other operators that do bring more utility in the defending lineup. But so Mozzie's gun has got to be at the bottom of the S tier at least. We got the Knock. I'm placing at the D tier. That gun is just not great. It has a lot of balance. It has a lot of recoil. It's an SMG on attack. That's not why people pick Knock in the first place. At the worst. You've got the Nomad. That ARX is just slightly worse than that G36 where Iana's at, but not by much. I love that gun. ARX with a 1.5 with a vertical grip. Remember how Ayana had her ARX nerfed and had her 1.5 taken away? Well, Nomad still has that same variation that Ayana had. So, Nomad's definitely still up there. You have the Osa right next to the old Jack. PDW. Yeah, I'm going to place Osa at the S tier. I see a lot of people on console running around with Osa. And I feel like this is the vast majority of the reason why. PDW is just an amazing gun. Honestly, when I run Jackal, I run PDW. If I run Osa, I run PDW. That gun is great with how much ammo it has, the recoil. Damage is a little bit lower, but the fire rate, the ammo capacity is just oh so nice. post right next to the castle, UMP-15. You have Sens. Honestly, I really hate this gun. That it hurts me to put it with anyone on that tier, but not quite anyone on that tier. So Sens is definitely going to be the bottom of the C tier in my eyes. Slayage, you have the L8. Honestly, the L8 is just a very stable, tried and true gun. I would hurt myself thinking to place it underneath the A tier. So Thatcher as well. I gotta place it at the A tier. The L8 is just such a good gun all the time. I just think of Thatcher. You can run the AR like Flores, or you can run the L8. How many people are running the AR on Thatcher? You're running the L8. Don't you lie to me. The Chanka, easy A tier. Honestly, could be higher. But like the way that I think about the Chanka is just, I cannot place the Chanka at S tier. I feel like I'd be trolling a little bit. But that gun with a 1.5 as well as a 2x is actually not a joke. It's pretty good. Thermite, I struggle to place it in B tier, so I'm gonna place Thermite's gun personally in the C tier range. It has a lot more bounce than you would think. I don't know, man. Like, the gun as a heart breacher definitely feels like it's the worst gun. It does a lot, it hits like a sledgehammer, but it has a little bit of a weird bounce. Thorn currently is at the S tier. A lot of people run Thorn just for that gun, and I understand why. It's a pretty good gun. It's not quite as good as Warden's MPX with a 1.5, but it's damn near good second place. Oh yeah. Thunderbird, personally, I cannot place Thunderbird higher than C tier. I thought about placing Thunderbird D tier, but I know people will cry if I do that, but I hate this gun. I hate using this gun on defense. So C tier, sorry. See, I want to say D tier. You got the Twitch, F2 or the DMI. I'm placing Twitch at the C tier because it has a lot of ups and downs. Now, without that vertical grip, it has a lot of recoil, or you have to run the DMI. So, you know, attacker DMIs to me just feel a little bit weaker overall in terms of the types of engagements you could take. Vigil. This gun has a surprising amount of bounce for a 1x gun, and I would rather run an MP5 with a 1x, so I'm placing Vigil at C tier personally. You got Fenrir with that MP7. You can't really go wrong with an MP7, not really. Ying's gun is actually surprisingly kind of kick-ass. I struggle to place Ying lower than A tier. Honestly, I might place Ying at S tier, because this gun is actually kind of nuts. Like, if I could place Ying's LMG on Ayana, I'd be a very, very happy man. I gotta leave it at S tier. Like, maybe I'm weird. Maybe like SenVale, Ying's gun shouldn't be at S tier. But there's just something about Ying's gun. Like, if you played Ying's gun is just so nice. It is just so nice. Show me how to set up site. Don't you worry, Texas. We got a video coming out tomorrow about how to set up the site on several different maps. And I'm gonna be doing more. If the video does well, we're gonna keep doing more maps. I'm probably gonna do more maps regardless. So we're gonna be doing, I'm doing Oregon, Clubhouse, and Consulate for the first 3. And as we go, I'm gonna do 3 maps per video. And then at the end of when I have all the videos done, I'm gonna be doing an Omega one of just all the videos combined. So we got the Zero. Zero's guns are pretty good. I struggle to place it at the S tier personally, but they're all really good. Like, I can't place it lower than that, but I don't know if I can place the Zero at the S tier. And you got Zofia. Zofia's gun is really good too, but it's definitely not an S tier in my eyes. It has a little bit of a bounce. Okay, this is my tier list. Just based on weapons, primarily on picking that gun with that operator and being able to take down your opponent. with not even talking about utility. So when you're like in the mood of, you know what, I want to shoot some people down, I want to bring this operator. This is the tier list for you. I'm being told 0S. You know what? I know people are going to cry about it in the YouTube comments too, so I'm just going to put 0S. Why not? It's my tier list. I can do whatever I want. There you go. I definitely strongly suggest not putting the extended barrel on 0. That's why I placed him in A tier, because that gun bounces like your mama on the back seat. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Don't put the extended barrel on 0, but it's still a good gun. Like fire rate, damage without the extended barrel, flash hider, it's still really good. Yeah, if you guys have any opinions on which operation should go up or down, make sure to lay that down in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, and leave a like down below for more. Until next time, appreciate you guys. Hey, weapon tier list, Operation Heavy Mettle, let's get it. Good luck in ranked.